Okay, it has been several months since we last played this game. I did watch the VOD to try to catch myself up on how it works, but I think I mostly was able to follow what's going on the, Windows 98 desktop screen. The actual gameplay part was only a very small portion of the last VOD, so I'll probably need a bit of help with figuring out what I should be doing, where I should be going. This game's pretty cool, though. It's very stylish, very, 90s machismo. The last thing that happened, my main character, George Michael, and my other mercenaries, we ran into an NPC who told us what we were actually trying to do with our mission, and I don't know if there's anywhere else I'm supposed to explore on the map here right now, or how that's supposed to work. This game is occasionally turn-based, it's real-time until combat begins, and then it's sort of like Fallout-style turn-based with action points during combat. It's actually very similar to Fallout on the whole. First things first, I should figure out how to move characters here.
I'm on it.
Double click, got it. One of my characters says yes, like, yes. Combat-wise, this game is like Fallout 1 and 2, but with a full party. Controlled characters.
Hello?
Exiting sector.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep following her. Pretty sure she's leading me to my quest. The way this game works is you create one custom mercenary after taking a really goofy, psych profile test. And then the rest of them you hire. So I think I brought a doctor and a bunch of, people who are good at fighting for this mission. Should probably heal my main character if I can.
Yes?
Yes. Doesn't need first aid. Maybe that's only if they're bleeding. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Understand. Understand.
They all have their call out when you give them a lock command. Of course they do.
Okay. Why have you brought them here? Have you lost your mind, woman? You bring death to all of us.
They have been sent by Enrico Civaldori. They're here to help us, Dimitri. They must speak with Miguel. I would never bring them here without proof of this.
In respect of your husband, I take your word. We will go down. But if you make mistake, Fatima, you will die with them.
Awesome.
Do not move, and no one will die.
Fatima say they are here to help us. She say she have proof, Carlos.
Enrico has enlisted mercenaries to aid us in the struggle. I have a letter addressed to Miguel. It is signed by Enrico himself and contains details of the night we helped him flee Auruco. Details only he would know.
Enrico? Salvatore? Most suspicious. I question his reasons.
I do not. Let me see this letter.
Here.
It be true. Enrico has sent men to help us.
It be true.
On behalf of my rebel force and the people of Arulco, I welcome you. We are very much in need of your...
Drassen, I think, is the evil queen that rules this country.
She is evil, a driven bitch.
That will do, I
Voice
I'm
acting.
sure our friends have heard of her nature. If not, they will know soon enough.
Not if we
That's not
take
soon
her
enough.
out first. Let me tell you, most women I take out don't even know how to read a map.
I have lost over 30 men in the last month. My force is down to the people you see here. But I do have a few trusted people living in the Arulco countryside. The people of Arulco would overthrow Diana with pleasure, but they live in fear of her, and rightfully so. She be heartless and brutal. She has robbed our country of its money and its soul. Getting their confidence be our biggest problem. The people must feel we are capable of defeating her. Yet, without their support, we cannot. We are missing soldiers and equipment. You could not have come at a better time.
We are short of food too, Miguel. We need safe passage to Drassen, or more people will die.
Yes. Carlos be my close advisor. He is right. He usually be right. Making a safe route to Drassen to get supplies be a priority. If you can remove Diana's forces from your path, there is a priest in Drassen named Father Walker. He be a drunk of poor judgment. However, he will be sympathetic to our situation. Find him, and tell him no more than you need to. I will send others to fetch the supplies he will gather. I wish you luck, and express my gratitude.
Okay. Let's see. I think the higher the value, the lower the chance of it being successful.
It'd be a shame you did not see Arulco in its glory. We have nothing to talk about.
I'm Ira. I came to Arulco 5 years ago as part of an effort to supply humanitarian
It's easier to
aid.
threaten, I see.
I soon
That's cool.
realized the only aid they needed was in getting rid of Diana, by whichever means possible.
So maybe they were supposed to be like Rastafarian or something. The character clearly seemed to be Latin American.
Miguel's rebel force has been together for almost 2 decades. They are trustworthy and loyal. They will accept you as one of their own as long as you do no harm.
She called him
The
Miguel.
people of Arulco have forgotten what freedom is. I have nothing left to say.
Okay. This game's pretty wild.
What can I do for you? Our people are suffering in hunger. You must do something. It cannot continue without the loss of more life. I hope we'll be alright. The time is not right. I am needed in Omerta.
I can spare Ira. She is quick learner and knows the priest well. I believe he might even have some passion for her.
I want to pop in and say hi.
Kat, how you been?
Hey! I want to pop in
this
and say hi. What you playing?
Playing Jagged Alliance 2. It's a PC game from 1998. It is
Really?
very, very 90s, yeah.
Hmm.
Yes?
My main character, I made him look like George Michael. Because those are
'Cause
very,
90s.
very few options, of course.
Oh, I like that. Look at that. That's a rugged man's man.
I cannot
But you don't know what he does on Saturdays.
Stay with Miguel. He must decide.
I just don't know what the number means next to these values here. I thought it would mean it would be more likely to be successful, but it goes up above 100, which
The
is
children and
puzzling.
the people of Marstead have put their faith in you. We wish you the best.
Do you think of a sub-block game yet? Since you've got some hours banked up? No worries.
Yeah?
So I was really thinking about Resident Evil 2, like, really hard.
But I'm about to play the whole series.
I know.
Yeah.
So...
So I ruined that for you.
No,
you had a plan.
No, that's not a ruin. That just means that I need to take a little bit more time.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that whole novelty game thing again.
Yeah. The last game was fine.
This might just be the pains of like being friends for a really long time, because like before you were streaming, we were doing this, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey
Games to
Dylan,
play.
I've always been interested in this game, and you're like, I have that game. I'll bring it over.
Right. Any idea why I got stuck up here? Yeah, it's...
Yes?
I walked this guy up here, now I can't move him out? Question mark? Okay, now he's going. Never mind. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. Alright, well they didn't send me on an immediate additional quest, so I'm just gonna try to get out of here if I can.
Look at these names. Spider. Bull.
I had to recruit these people. I took like a personality test because this game has a lot of attitude, right? And then like one of the questions.
Don't say
it's like
1998. It was definitely attitude.
How do you feel about purple dinosaurs? And like one of the answers is like they're great learning opportunities for children. The rest of them are all like they should be strung up. They should be strung up and shot. They should be strung up and shot and have a car driven into them. Oh man, who doesn't hate Barney?
Edge. Barney's what's wrong with our society. In 10 years, the world will be destroyed because of everything that Barney has taught us.
I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 1, the Resident Evil 1 remake, Resident Evil 2, and the Resident Evil 2 remake in that order.
Here we are, 20 plus years later, and Barney hasn't so much made a ripple in time.
I know, right?
Not even a butterfly effect ripple.
Have you seen that comment that, like, the movie Avatar is the highest grossing film of all time and has had zero effect whatsoever on pop culture? Nobody quotes the movie, nobody cares.
I've never seen it.
Like we say, The Matrix, like, all these other movies that we quote all the time.
Nothing from Avatar.
Not a single thing.
Well, it's going to change the movie industry forever. We know that.
Done.
Command your squad. You should enter the strategic map by pressing the triangle and check that. Thank you very much, Kiri. I was a little stuck. Can I get to... I can save from here somewhere, right? Let me see. Save game options. Make sure that I'm saving. Oh man. I got new Windows 98 shit. Good luck in Haruko. Cool. Got my cool ass mercs.
Look at your eyes.
Spider.
You're intense. You're an intense dude. I'm gonna call you so serious.
Introduced Unobtainium. I thought I'd heard that before, but I guess it was the first movie to actually just call its Unobtainium Unobtainium. Yeah. Alright, so from this mission map, where am I looking? Where do I find quests from here? Kiri. Can I just go to any of these locations and these are all things that I eventually have to do, so I can just pick one? Assignments. See all your team members, their current assignments, sleep rest indicator, location, destination, and departure information. Extra on duty. Okay. Movement orders are made with an entire squad at once. Click on the destination column in your team list. The entire squad will be selected and your cursor will change to a walking figure. Different map views under the map. These. Show towns, show mines, show teams and enemies, show militia and enemies, show airspace, show items. Oh, and then there's, you can dig down into the map. Wow, okay. But which of these represents a quest, though? Wasn't the common usage, right? Because nobody was that lazy that they would, like... So unobtainium is just like a screenwriter's term to mean, like, this is the special substance that powers things. Like, it's our nuclear fuel, it's our mithril, you know, magic juice. And in Avatar, they just called it unobtainium instead of, like, making a name for it. It's like saying, we gotta go get the MacGuffin.
We gotta go get default.
Yeah, exactly. Check your quests in the laptop in the history section. Thank you.
God, I need more plot hole filler.
So, rebels need food from Drassen. Okay, got it.
Rebels?
Yeah, I'm a team of mercenaries and I'm helping these rebels in a fictional country.
And they call them rebels?
We're the rebels. That's us. Alright, so how do I improve the loyalty of towns? Here it says Omerta is 50% loyal. So how can I go to Drassen from here? Can I... This is just showing me what the map looks like. I still have to walk there. Like, each square, it's east like 3 squares, south a couple squares. I guess that makes sense that I wouldn't be able to just freely be able to fly around whenever I want.
Because then it will be last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I know, right? You just... That's sad. That makes me so depressed.
It's coming back. Keeper season.
Oh, I forgot about that. It is coming back, isn't it?
It doesn't have to. It's
Can walk squares one by one or press that free space under the destination part of the strategic map. Alright, I'll check that in a second. See if I can figure out how to pick up this money here. I can punch the money. Do you know what button I press to be able to pick up an object that's on the ground?
Whoa.
Yes?
Yes. Hold control. Thank you.
Got it.
Money just enters the inventory. Okay. So you said there's a blank space under the map? You can check your quests, you can walk squares one by one, or press the free space under the destination part of the strategic map. The left part under destination. Oh, I see. That's to send the whole squad. Earn your final route. Got it. Thanks for your help, Kiri. So, I think that they're actually going to move on their own, right? Is there a way for me to fast forward time? Meanwhile, I think there is.
This better be good.
This is the evil queen.
Your Highness, but one of our North patrols has been attacked.
She really charged that slap.
We crushed those rebels in Omerta. How can it be? From what we have learned, Your Majesty, the rebels seem to have some sort of foreign aid, commando types. We speculate they arrived on the helicopter that was spotted earlier.
Commando types? What sort of commando types?
Triple question mark. You know, she's really
They
confused.
may be hired mercenaries, Your Highness. There weren't many.
What? How would the rebels get the means to recruit mercenaries? Well, no matter. Send me their bodies for examination.
The rebel party seems to have used the element of surprise to their advantage, my queen.
She gonna
They
slap him again?
defeated us.
Bring her hand all the way back?
Send my troops to the location at once.
Okay, no, she didn't.
Yes, Your Highness.
Okay, so I think I can fast forward time here. Part of the issue is I only recruited some of these people for 1 week, and it looks like it's going to take us 6 days to get here. So is it just going to automatically pop up?
Got enemies.
It's just going to pop up and let me renew their contract when the time comes up? Oh, I can auto-resolve. That's interesting. I'll give it a try, why not? Remember how to do the combat in this game. Choose entry positions. Highlighted section of the map.
Yes.
Oops.
Yes.
And I can free move until I actually encounter the enemies, right? Probably want to try to get to some cover here.
This means war.
Thanks, Igor. Alright, now it's turn-based, so we're going to try to send them here if we can.
Good.
And I can see their action points are next to their name, right? Click and hold to get them to crouch. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
And I can control their turn order freely, which is pretty neat.
Understand.
That's cool.
What's up?
You really gotta play God of War, man.
I'm hearing more and more good stuff,
I
which
know
makes me like.
you had a bad reaction to
Yeah.
watching it stream, but you really have to.
But the more I'm continuing to hear like that, this is a really not just good game, but this is a really important game.
Yeah.
Even
that's a
after
good
all the
way to
hype
put
is
it.
worn off.
I mean, I would come over and like direct it for you guys, like we used to do. If you wanted to do that,
I would be
I've been
okay
doing
with
that
that.
for Andrea.
Yeah,
It is a
it's-
game.
It is a game. I like that.
I'm on it.
Without spoiling too much about the plot, you know, part of it is that he's a dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the plot has an excuse for the kid to suddenly start behaving like a teenager, and just like having to deal with that is really interesting. It's cool.
Yeah, it has it's raised my interest recently. Like, oh man, people are still praising this game, and they're even saying like it's really a shame that Breath of the Wild and Mario and all these things came out the same year, because this game really should be Game of the Year.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. We haven't quite finished it, but everything we've seen of it so far has been outstanding. Interrupt. How does interrupting work? Is there just a chance for this to happen if I leave someone with sufficient action points at the end of their turn? I think she can only really do medic stuff anyway, right? The value that shows there is the amount of damage she'll deal, not the percentage chance that she'll hit, right? Oh, she doesn't have enough action points to act anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the action point cost? Oh, okay. Does this game project the amount of damage I'll deal or my percentage chance to hit at all, or not really? So this costs 7, I see. Doesn't show that at all. The aiming reticle doesn't help with that at all? It doesn't, if it fits within that reticle? I've seen a couple games they handle it that way.
Understood.
Press right click to spend extra AP to aim. Okay, I see.
What's up?
Nope.
Not happening.
Yes.
Alright, Harry, you gotta get up there, man.
Okay.
Seeing the 5 of you behind cover, opening fire on this one guy in the field makes me feel bad.
No, right?
I don't. This is disturbing for me.
Cost 6, so it's high.
I'm not really knowing your circumstances, but this does not look good.
No.
Yes, blood is spilling at my feet. This must stop.
Alright, so I have to have my doctor stop him from bleeding, right? And where can I see that someone's bleeding? Is that... Which icon is that?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Let's try shooting. Like these on the ground probably makes it harder for me to land shots. Hey, we got one. Let's crouch. Nice. He's almost dead. Got him.
Eureka! I see
Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined.
What's up?
Try to keep Bull behind cover here.
Yes.
Yellow part of the health bar are the unbandaged wounds. Pink are bandaged wounds. Red is the remaining health. I see. So I should be sending Spider to bandage the wounds of people that have yellow in their health bar. Okay. And what happens with unspent AP at the end of the turn again? Ow. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Igor has yellow HP, Bull has yellow HP, Protagonist has yellow HP. 5 get carried over between turns, the rest are lost. Okay, thanks. She can use her medkit multiple times, right?
What's up? Huh?
I need to get a feel for what the general range of my shots is in this game, because I think it's much longer than Fallout.
You might have got your answer right there.
Out of effective weapon range. Alright, I need to get this guy to come to me, because I don't have any cover between me and them. Try aiming if the enemy isn't close. Oh, I see what you're saying. Spending extra AP. Got it. So that shrinks the little circle down. I understand now.
Yeah.
What's up?
And it'll tell me out of effective weapon range, which they all are. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'll see if he moves closer to me this turn. If not, I'll come at him next turn.
What's
Yeah,
up?
that could have been bad, but I got me some kick-ass karma.
Yeah.
This game is very silly.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so she continues to bandage on her turn until all the yellow health is gone. That's how that works, I think.
Yes.
Now, does he require extra AP to move while crouched? Is that why that looks like that's taking so much? Looks like that's correct. Cost more.
Yeah?
Yes.
Try to just get him on the ground for now. And it costs him AP to move from crouch to standing and back to prone again, right?
Ah.
So he's got 10 AP. Let's get him here. AP per position change, so it doesn't cost more to go from standing to prone. It costs 2 no matter what. Press R to toggle running.
Yeah.
Does running have like a penalty to my AC or something?
Yes.
Out of effective weapon range. I can crawl, but it uses a shit ton of AP. I see.
What's up? Ah, yes.
Running costs more breath. Where's their breath icon?
What's up?
It's the blue bar. I see.
Yeah.
So while I have the blue bar, I should try to consume that to get more things done more quickly, I guess. I shall bandage him. Igor can just chill for now. Have him lie down. Oh, we can't change that stance here because he doesn't have room to lie down, I guess. Okay, got it. Perform worse when their breath morale is low. Got it.
Yes.
This guy's in range now. Let me try to aim at him. Oh wow, that sucked. Even with aiming. There we go.
Yeah.
What's up? Ah, yes.
The little pore that's hovering over him is his current health status. We're just estimating it, I assume.
Chamber of gun is empty.
Chamber of gun is empty. Do they have limited ammo? Is that something I have to track? It's their health status, okay. Oh shoot, I want to get back and never mind.
What's up?
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, I don't think this guy, I think he's way too far. He has to wait for him to finish getting bandaged, so I'll chill here.
Yeah, that could have been bad, but I got me some kick-ass karma.
Yes.
Nice.
Bingo!
Yes. Ah. What's up?
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Barry, stand up. Alright, you said R triggers running? Ah, so they consume less AP, but they pay for it with breath. I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What's up?
He's done
Yes.
getting
Ah.
bandaged back here.
Good.
Yeah.
Send her to bandage up George Michael.
Understood.
Then I think we just need to bandage Barry and we should be in a good position.
What's up?
How's Bull doing? Does not need to be crawling anymore. So does anything bad happen if the enemies get away? I just don't get experience points for fighting them or something like that?
Ah. Good. Yes.
And I can tell they're currently in a run because of this stance when I give them commands, right?
What's up?
It's the kind of game you would be able to play.
That's pretty
I'm on it.
juicy.
Yeah?
You don't get penalized for that. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Forces are in hiding, but are still close.
Oh, he's just hiding. Okay. So that means that she'll freely... We're out of turn-based combat. She'll freely finish bandaging him up. Then I can go try to track them down. In real-time mode, is the enemy actually doing stuff, running around the map?
Yes.
Are they a threat in any way until I come back into contact with them? Oops, that was an accident.
Yes.
How do I permanently heal health?
Yes.
If they're moving into real-time mode.
Yes. Done.
Yeah? Understood.
How does enemy awareness tracked in this game?
On it.
Does the enemy know where I am right now just because combat has begun?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Ooh, he's trying to run.
Understand. Ah. Good. Yes.
They have vision cones.
What's up?
This guy knows where I was previously, which is why he's trying to run away from me now, right? He doesn't turn around and try to shoot me.
Yes. I'm on it.
I think he's gonna make it out.
He's booking it.
I know, right? Can't really keep up with him. Even using all my breath.
Yeah?
Jesus K. Rice, the guy said. How do I turn running off? I don't see that changing when I'm clicking on them here.
Understand.
Strategic movement gives some people different roles like doctor and patient to actually heal them instead of just bandaging. Does that happen automatically as I travel, or is it something I have to set up on the map and then allow time to pass?
Yes.
You guys rolling?
Yeah, we're on.
Good seeing you.
Let's see you. See you, chat. Say bye.
If you want to do the big game, because I can't call it the other thing.
I do want to watch
apparently.
the sports contest this weekend. So I guess we should be tentatively planning to like shoot you a message when I'm headed over.
Yeah, we'll try
So
to
I'll come
figure
right
out
when
what
I'm
the
done
plan
working.
is.
Okay.
We don't know if it's going to be with with Sailor Dan or not.
Okay. If you need anything from me, any information or any.
Andrea was listening to Pandora today, and all the commercials were about it, and I really didn't appreciate it because I don't hear commercials very often. But like every commercial, none of them say Super Bowl. They all say
The big game.
"You ready for the big game?
Yeah, unless
Get your bowls of chips for the
Unless
big
it's
game."
written or expressed permission to say those two words.
Yes.
I don't know
Understand.
what words you're talking about.
Look, dude, is it generally expected in this game that you will abuse quick saving? I feel like a lot of 90s like tactical RPGs, you absolutely, if you got shot and it was really penalizing to be able to restore your health, you would just reload a lot.
Yes.
This guy's gonna get away. He gets away if he makes it to the edge of the map, I assume.
Understand. He's terrible. Ah.
He's terrible.
What's up? Gotcha.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes. I'm on it.
Get him, George Michael.
Yes. They're up to something else now. Not here anymore. Yes.
Okay, that appears to be correct.
Understand.
Doable without constant reloading. Okay. Because a game like Fallout is set up so that like you can get really screwed by an unlucky combat or even an unlucky turn. You know, an enemy can get a lucky crit that does 100% of your health and you just die. So you should be quick saving all the time and more or less abusing that. But this game doesn't assume that you're doing that. Like, it works fine without that. Alright, so if I wanted to heal from this screen, let me see if I can find it here. This is where I assign them stuff. You can't assign mercs around the move. Oh, and you can set them, you can make them sleep. Let's see.
Okay, I've arrived. Ready for anything.
Got it. It's the assign button. Okay. So if I want them to get healed, I set them as patient. What does train do, or how does that work? Can I just like stay put and let time pass for them to heal here? I'll set him as a patient too. But the real time passing is something I have to worry about.
Next.
Continue time compression. Oh, so just by getting to this location, I did the task that I was supposed to do? Getting the food thing, I didn't actually have to go in and do a combat mission, I think. Oh no, I still do. It's pretty slow and you pay mercs by the day. Okay, so you don't want to sit there and just let them spend all their time doing shit. Alright, let me see if I can figure this out then. Do I need to assign them back to the squad, like on duty, in order to be able to keep doing quests? I think so. Okay, get it. They can only move if they're on duty. Can they so they can only move on the strategic map if they're on duty, or can they only move at all if they're on duty? Like I wouldn't be able to, if they were already in this square, I couldn't dive into this square and do stuff if I had set them to something other than a squad. If that question makes sense. I assume that their breath regenerates in between combats. Breath is like a in-combat resource we have to manage. Not something that really is tracked cross-combat. Can't move them on the tactical map if they're not on duty. Okay, thank you. Got it.
Bingo.
Hey, on a crowbar.
I'm on it. Got it.
See, and I can set that to one of his quick slots by selecting him, picking the crowbar, and then moving it, I think. Okay. That's cool. This is a really neat game. Oh, I see. Oops, I really need to be careful not to do that.
Done.
Breath restores quickly outside of combat. The max breath goes down as the day passes. Mercs need to sleep to restore max breath. Can't talk to these people if they're moving, presumably. She was working as the doctor, her max breath is lower. Ah, I see. That's cool. This place sucks. Okay, so I totally have a mission to do here, right? Let me look at it again. Rebels need food from Drassen. So can I just get it out of the fields, or... I thought maybe I'd have to talk to an NPC. Oh, I'm not there yet? Oh. Let me look at the... Ah, why did they stop? Did I not finish directing them where I wanted them to go, I guess? Thanks for confirming. Oh, the random encounter interrupts their movement path, I see. I thought they would keep moving after that, I guess that makes sense. It'll help me for me to understand this game as how it's different from Fallout, because it's similar to Fallout in a lot of ways from a controls perspective. Let's see. So there's the airport is the northern square, Drassen proper is the center square, and then the mine is the southern square. I got it.
I'm on it.
Got it. Okay, I think I get it.
This is a guaranteed combat area. Got enemies.
And we got a random encounter. I see. Now, is there a reason this one won't let me auto-resolve? Is that usually because it's a story mission? You have to conquer towns on your own. I see. So there always would have been a combat here. Try to find a way into the fence. Defending and random encounters. I see. Is it possible for me to avoid the encounter by simply continuing to walk south? Feels like this is a pretty fortified location. I only have like 5 weak, mostly dead characters. I don't think I can exit that way. Shoot. You can. So would it be through the bottom here? Trying to look for the exit. Doesn't seem to want to let me do it. Maybe I have to do the mission. I'll give it a try. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thank you. Like below their portraits. Thank you. You're right.
This is a guaranteed combat area. Got enemies.
Let's see if this place seems less fortified. There's a couple houses.
Here comes trouble.
Oh, there's civilians. Interesting.
Yes.
Alright, Barry. How do I get him to reload? Probably should have done that in between missions here. I assume it's possible. Okay, so I can do it myself manually. Got it. Is there any easier way to force a reload? I gotta get closer. Okay.
Ah, what's up?
Yeah?
Ooh,
Yes.
my doctor's in the front. Not a good idea.
Yeah?
I see. They get the +5 action points on their first turn
What's up?
that they could normally carry over from prior turns, right?
I'm on it.
If I had clicked to shoot, he would have reloaded automatically. Okay, cool. Thanks. Oh, okay. It is 2 per phase change, so 4 to drop prone.
Good.
Got it. I really, really like the combat system in this game. It's very cool. I haven't seen too much like it before.
Yes. Bad dudes.
Bad dudes. They start with the 5 floating combat action points. Gotcha.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Perfect.
Eureka!
What's up?
The dream.
Ah. What's up?
I like that it's not correct to just always be crawling, like it is in, say, Metal Gear Solid. Feels like the math of this game is well thought out, if that makes sense.
Yes.
How do I put them back to walk from run? I know R is to switch to run, but it looks like pressing R again doesn't disable that. I tried W, but it doesn't seem right.
Bad dudes.
More bed dudes.
Bad
I love the
dudes.
voice acting in this. It's great. Not exactly fighting from a position of strength here, but what are you gonna do?
What's up? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, not enough action points. Got it.
Ah.
S is for walking. The medkit looks like a freaking shelf. I have a resolution mod, but because I don't occlude the gameplay with the chat or the webcam, it means that if I don't play it at a lower resolution, it's really hard to see on stream. I could play around with it later, but this was the recommended resolution when I popped it up. The Sakiato mod or something like that.
Ooh, I'm bleeding. At least I'm up on my tetanus.
1.13 mod.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, still out of effective range. Is it generally better to stand up, run, and then drop back to crawl, or does the math of movement kind of account for that already when crawling on the ground?
Ah.
Maybe crawling isn't that effective at the end of the day, and crouching is generally good enough.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just checking out as a blind playthrough recommendation from a subscriber.
I need foxhole.
Better unless you want to only move a couple squares. So the math works out that standing up, running, and then dropping back prone is worth it. I see. Gotcha.
Yes.
Shoot.
Ah.
Thanks again for the tip about weapon range. Helps. I guess maybe the benefit of running helps a lot with it.
What's up?
Yes.
She's still bandaging herself. Barry can probably get up. You can't run while crouched or crawling, right? It's only while completely standing.
Yes.
Can she still move while bandaging, or is she locked in place while that animation is running? Or does it cancel her bandage if I move with her? She's locked. Okay, thanks.
Enemy!
Did you move? She stops using the medkit. Okay, got it. So she's like channeling it. Sure. She's out of bandages. Oof. Okay.
Yes.
So next session I'll probably have to look into restocking. Shit.
Some of us just have it. What's up? Ah.
Not landing shots over here. Now, how is he able to crouch there after getting shot, even though it wasn't his turn? Is that this game's, is that the interrupt system? Anime instead of enemy. She's my favorite voice actor so far. The way she says yes, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Also, the protagonist, George Michael, is pretty funny sounding.
What's up?
Bull, you're the worst. Igor, you also kind of suck right now.
Yes.
Characters do that if they feel suppressed. So is that an option that could potentially come up for me in the future as well?
Yes?
There we go, perfect.
I need bullets immediately.
Something over there.
Oh, they dropped a first aid kit. Perfect, I need one. Is the loot in this game procedural? Like, does it know that I'm out of medkit, so it dropped the medkit for me?
My feet. This must stop. Yes. Done.
My characters will crouch or drop to the floor. Oh, okay, something they'll do automatically. I see.
Okay.
What's up?
That's cool. The idea is not get hit, right? Through the use of cover, the like.
Yes.
And medkits just staunch bleeding, right? They don't actually heal
Understand.
damage. It's kind of cool.
Ah. Ah.
So in this case, like, I came in from this north road here and was immediately in combat, but you're saying that I don't need to have, like, a traditional cover, like a building, or like that, that dumpster. I could use any of these trees. Are the trees the best cover out here, or where else could I have hidden? I didn't even see the trees, to be honest. Or interpret them as being cover objects, I should say. It's helpful.
This gun needs ammunition. What's up? Yes. This gun ain't happening until I reload it.
Yes?
Yes.
She's out of ammo. Shoot.
Yes?
There's the reload. Okay, got it. Perfect.
I'm such a hypocrite.
Press T to remove the treetops. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, like, any of the squares around this will function as cover. How does cover actually work in this game, given that it's isometric? So, like, or help me to imagine it here. If I had a character standing here where my reticle is, does that mean they have cover against all characters, like, on this side in like a cone? Like, if it, because obviously that doesn't give them cover if someone walks up behind them. But where does the cover stop? Like, does it stop perpendicular to them? Is it everything that's along this line that you draw? You press delete to show the cover against currently seen enemies. Oh, that's cool. Gotcha. So let me find this. Oh, this other person's gone, aren't they?
Yeah?
Shit. Keep doing that on accident.
Yes? I'm on it.
Yeah?
Just get them all to stand here and get them running over there.
Yes? Ah,
Delete key sounds really helpful. Thanks very much for the heads up.
ah. Yes? What the drag?
There we go. Let me see if I can... Okay. So, the fact that... Oh, I see. The red versus yellow. So green means I've got good cover in the sense that I'm so far away from the enemy that I'm out of their shooting range. Red would be like I'm in danger. But that's interesting. So, like, this square doesn't count as good cover against this guy, even though it's behind a tree. But this gives me extra cover if I follow up along this tree's line.
Yes?
Interesting.
Okay.
I'll have to play around with it a bit.
Starting to get excited.
Cover doesn't matter if they're right next to you. Okay.
Okay.
Am I generally, like, almost completely safe in the green? Like, they probably cannot land a hit on me from there? So I guess I can move them up to the green on a turn.
Understood.
So I should have had her stand up.
Yes?
Making all my mistakes early on. Hopefully I'll
I'm on it.
be better for the next session on this.
What's up? Gotcha.
It's better cover behind the trees that are further away. I see. Like, this one here, for example, the yellow extends a few squares further than if I were standing in the open, like here or here. Oh, okay, I see your point. So I have to take their potential movement into account if they choose to move closer to me, which they might or they might not. Still got me in the green.
Before I need a freaking transfusion. Okay.
I want to see how this works here. So that's helping me a little bit, but not a lot. What color would I consider safe for a given attacker in this game, would you say? Do these colors translate to like an accuracy penalty or buff? Or defense penalty or buff?
Yes. Ah.
Okay, spend some AP to reload.
Yes. What's up?
It's formula for chance to hit.
Yeah?
But generally, the closer to green, the better. Gotcha.
Yes. Done. Yes.
Taking fire, man. No kidding. Alright.
Ah. Yes.
So does the enemy benefit from the cover that I have, or is my character like gonna pop out from the side and shoot? Like, is cover all about where I end my turn? Or should I be moving, shooting, and then moving back into cover?
Chamber of gun is empty.
Bummer. Bummer.
What's up?
Wow.
Yes.
Cannot land a hit for my life. Because I've been shooting him so many times, he automatically went into a crouch position. I see. We're about at time here, but I'm just going to try to wrap up this combat so I don't open the next session of this game super confused.
Yeah, that could have been bad,
Oof,
but
that
I got
hurt.
me some kick-ass karma.
Oh, I hate the sight of
They're
red
almost
blood.
dead and out of breath. I see. Here's the hit. Am I doing poorly enough at this stage in the game that it would be better now that I kind of understand the mechanics to re-roll? Or is this still salvageable? Like, could I take steps to send them back and bring in new soldiers, potentially? Alright, that's time. We're going to switch to the last subblock game for today, which is 140. I assume Jagged Alliance 2 will return if Kiri keeps it on subblock. For future Marstead, when you're watching this VOD to find out what the hell you're doing, press the M button to bring up the strategic map. You should probably actually watch this entire VOD because the last VOD was all flavor and lore and using the laptop. This one was almost all game mechanics. So watch the whole VOD, maybe watch it at 1.5x speed. But you were coming here to do a specific mission to get food. And you probably still have to talk to somebody. Yeah, rebels need food from Drassen. So you probably need to explore this town and talk to people, and then you can probably go back to the base of operations. Might want to think about re-rolling, maybe make better decisions next time, but I think we're in a better position now than before. Salvageable, maybe be better to start from scratch. Okay. That's fair. I mean, I've learned a lot since the first session. I feel like when you get shot, you've got to really take into account, if you just took 28 points of damage, that's going to take you potentially weeks to recover from, right? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Of course. So I've played a lot of games like that. It's like, alright, play it a little bit, play it wrong, and then try it again once you actually get it. Cool. Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes with the last subblock game for today, which is 140.